one of the city's most notorious gangs.
Critical Thinkers Podcast.
So crack all my life, ever since I was 11 years old. While the other young boy was trying to, in the park, playing football or baseball, I was on the streets getting money.
They label us a gang for coming together for something positive, for a movement to help the people. I mean, I know where I stand. I know I'm not a part of no gang.
We don't have no colors. A lot of my friends, they like to represent their Haitian flag that represent their country.
I like to extend high honors to the ancestors. Those ancestors being the ancestors of the Nile Valley that were responsible for some of the greatest civilizations that the world have ever witnessed. Those civilizations were predicated on the principles of Ma'at, which we define as truth, order, and righteousness.
Well, over here, critical thinkers, the truth don't need no support. God made Haitians, little Haiti made Zoe. We would like to welcome y'all to another episode of Critical Thinkers. Y'all know what we say over here, truth don't need no support. Talk to me, Junky, what you gotta say
What's
before we
going
start
on? What's
this
going
episode,
on? What's
brother?
going on, Case the Man? We back in the building, y'all. Y'all already know what it be. It's your main man, Junky Junk, little Haiti soldier. We ain't going nowhere. We live and direct. I like to thank all of the followers, all the dedicated subscribers that's continuing to listen to us on Critical Thinkers Podcast. We back in full effect. You feel me? We about to drop that thing for little Haiti baby. Little Haiti baby always get the first love because that's the only love. Like we always say right here on Critical Thinkers Podcast. Listen, little Haiti raised me, but mama made me. But
Mama made me and little Haiti raised me.
You feel me?
Okay.
Vice versa, baby. That's how we do
That's
it right
how we
here on
do it.
Critical Thinkers Podcast.
But John, let's get into it. Boy, this week, boy, the internet been on fire. Rick Ross car show was on fire.
Yes.
It was a little controversy too. Like I said, Brown Sugar came through. Brown Sugar took the key.
Brown Sugar took the key.
Yeah, I like that Holy Ghost.
So that's
Right?
the dude you
No,
said
not
was
Brown Sugar. I'm sorry. Downtown Bobby Brown.
Downtown.
Yeah,
Bobby
Brown Sugar. That's the 9-5, some 9-5 car people.
Right.
But car show was on fire. I like that Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
But downtown Bobby Brown took the key.
For
But
sure.
a little controversy with Rick Ross and Plies.
Yeah, I heard about
Yeah,
that.
Plies had some things to say. Now, in Plies' defense, it's some things that he said I agree with, and some of the things I didn't agree with, and
Okay.
some of the things he shouldn't even say it in public anyway, because at the end of the day, he fucked with Rick Ross.
Right.
So anything negative that he thought he should have kept to himself. Now, the one thing that he said that I agree with is niggas do the cars not for other niggas. Back in the days when we did our cars, it was strictly for the women.
Right.
Period. That's all we cared about.
Right.
But now these new YNs, they doing show cars. It's a different
Right.
ball game.
Right.
So players gotta understand that too. You understand me?
Right, for
But
sure.
I understand what he's saying, you know, and he say he put $200,000 in the car.
Right.
That thing gotta drive to California and back without going.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I
to
mean,
the
that's
mechanic.
how I ride. If anything, I'm gonna go like Bentley, a Zito, Lexo, something like that. You know, I feel the Broms and all that. I love the Broms because back in the days, the boys was always on top of the game with the Broms. I always wanted the Brom. Like I told you, I was gonna go to the next car show. I'm still thinking about it because, like I said, when the boys had the Broms, Joan was gone from home. So I got some leeway into trying to get my dunk out there to try to win the key because I fought with Rose. But at the same time, I can understand what Plies is saying too. Because that still apply. Case that this the only difference. See, we critical thinkers. We think deep. This the only thing. This the only difference. We ain't gonna create no beef over the homies because we fuck with Plies and we fuck with Rose. The only difference is if you're looking at it from outside looking in, you know niggas gonna make a debate. But we home team. We gonna keep home team on balance. Y'all gotta cut that shit out. It's home team. We already got hating niggas that wanna see the home team separated. Cause I got a lot of shit I gotta talk about too.
But at the same time, when you say home team, that's the whole purpose. Plies should have kept that comment to himself.
Right, I
at the end
agree.
of the day, it is a negative on Rick Ross car show.
Yeah.
So Ross had to come back and fire
For
back
sure.
at him.
And I respect
you understand me? So Plies should have kept that comment to himself.
Right.
Because it's home team.
Right.
Go ahead, John.
So all I was saying, Dan understood. We know how that go. When you look at it from real nigga to real nigga, you got a point. You got a major point from real nigga to real nigga. You know, we homies, won't put each other out there, especially if you fuck with a nigga. Even if you see some, you know, be player enough, keep it out the media, and holler at a nigga. That's the type of relationship we have because we real niggas from the street. That's how we looking at it. But you gotta look at it too, in the sense, if you Plies, he ain't really say no nigga name. He ain't say Rick Rozz them name. He ain't criticize nobody car show because he performed at the car show. So it look crazy.
It was an indirect
It would look
shot.
crazy to make it look like, you feel me, he was directing at the Rose because I think Plies a man enough. I think he a real goon. You feel what I'm saying? Plies stand out on his own and he represent for Florida. So we already know how Plies roll. You feel me? Then he went to the man car show. Plies ain't no hater. So even if he said that and it was relating to Rick Rozz them car show, it must have been something that happened at the car show with some other niggas on some car shit that made him say that. Not dissing Rose, like how people trying to make it look. Not like he dissing Rose car show. He performed there, he a homie. I know Rose broke bread with the homie. He gonna pay them artists at the mansion. What? At that big event, he making enough bread, Kitty K. So he
You right, but at the same time, Plies, next time
people
give
in the
comments
media
to yourself.
You gotta understand, Kitty K. Critical Thinkers Podcast. We think deep, and I understand you. You gonna let it be known. You gonna tell it straight up. Yeah, Plies, you ain't supposed to rap about that type of shit. You feel me? That's OG Kitty K. That's how you get out. But what I'm saying is, you know, a lot of haters be trying to keep up the beef, especially with home team. Because everybody coming down here, doing what they do, ain't really paying homage. You feel me? Ain't hitting no niggas' hand. It's only the home team. Remember, it's home team right now. The boys from 103.5, what's his name? He doing something for the old gangsters right now. Remember, Convertible Bird.
Oh, you talking about the Miami Kingpins?
Yeah, Miami Kingpins.
Right, you talking about the slipping slide guy.
Right, what's his name?
The CEO.
That ain't Ted.
I believe Ted. Shay something. But
Okay,
I like what he's
Touche.
doing. Touche.
So that's
I like what he's doing.
Yeah,
He
I
got a
love what
documentary
Touche
coming
doing.
out.
I love what he always
The Kings
been
of
doing.
Miami with the
Touche,
old heads.
Actually, Touche them was at the Zoe Pound video shoot, the Coming For You video shoot. Them boys was out there. And Trick had supposed to jump on a song with Zoe Pound, Kenny K back in them times in '99. Trick already had sent them boys a track with his verse on it and everything. Them boys just never really, you know what I mean, went on ahead and dropped that joint. Cause remember, they did shit with Pick, they did shit with Wu-Tang, they did shit with Brother Marquis. Them boys did shit with a lot of niggas from the hood. They did shit with Uncle Al. One thing about them artists, even though, you know what I'm saying, it's some undisclosed, you know what I'm saying, information about what's going on in-house, because everybody worrying about or talking about, damn, you know, it's a lot of shit going on behind the scene, you know, with the artists, you know, with them boys that's on the podcast. You know them haters be talking, Kenny K. They try to create dissension amongst the real homies. That's just what people do, social media. We the realest. Little Haiti's finest Zoe Pound original. And remember, we just heard about, I seen it actually, I looked at the video of the young nigga who was talking about Yak, no hating on Yak. Yak is our little homeboy. We done talked about Yak right here on Critical Thinkers Podcast about how, you know, the drug habit, you know, how that shit looked like it was kind of affecting, you know, the homie. Like I said, and you know, I pushed up on the homie before at a video shoot, whatever. He ain't know me then, so it ain't turned out real good, but I'ma still blame it on the drugs. Cause I think he was high as fuck then. Now that I'm looking at it and what we done talked about on our last videos, you feel me? I hope homie get right, but we know, you feel me? And they love him, Kenny K. You know, even though he got the little situation going on, the people love Yak. We gotta give it a Yak. He talented as a motherfucker. He like that, for real, for real. And I don't wish nothing but love for Yak. You feel me? Despite on what he got going on with his homeboy, Jack boy, all that shit I be hearing about Sniper Game. You feel me? OG.
Yeah, but we're gonna need all them supports to go out there and support that Miami Kingpin documentary,
support
that slip and slide and trick that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now I have one problem, Kenny K.
Talk to me.
And I'm gonna address this problem right here, right now. I have one problem. I respect Convertible Burt.
Okay, out of
right.
Haiti.
Out of Little Haiti, out of the
Original
Graveyard Project.
Okay.
Represent Miami, Florida for real, true Miami boy. That represented boy Tyson through the hood back in the early 90s, probably late 80s, Kenny K.
Anyone growing up in the 80s and the 90s got Convertible Burt DNA in them because he was the one. He was
one of the headliners, Kenny K, that I respect from back in the days that already been known. You feel what I'm saying, to hold it down. But a lot of niggas getting props that they don't deserve, and it's a couple of homies that I know out here that deserve it, and they ain't even getting their props. So first of all, I'm gonna give a shout out to the homies outside of Convertible Burt them that deserve the honorable mention. Is my main man, Sonny and Sweet. Shout out to Sonny and Sweet off the Ave, real niggas from that Ave that's out here now, ain't talking too much about no gangster shit. Some of the most real, one of the most realest gangster niggas off that Ave back in the days, in the 80s and in the 90s when it was going hard. Them boys had the Fish Pond, them boys had King Street. Yo, them boys,
the official,
this is the official home team. See, niggas don't be even giving real home team they props. Sonny and Sweet, niggas already know the original Rollin' Rush DJs is them boys, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And them boys was off the chain. Them boys, when they did they bid, it's some exclusive shit that I know on their case. I ain't gonna talk about it right now, okay? I'm just doing an honorable mention right now. Sonny and Sweet deserve the honorable mention next to, I'm gonna say Convertible Burt them, because Convertible Burt them is after Ike them time. Ike old school. You feel me? He old school, but I when the baton was passed down to Burt them and all them other niggas we know about, like the Muscle Heads and you feel what I'm saying, the Shawns and the Roaches.
So that was the time when, like, a documentary from because Convertible Burt and them boys was gangsters. Ike and them boys, Bo Dilly, these type of niggas was drug kingpins. Right. So it was a transformation.
Right.
Of
but
them
Burt
passing
was actually
the baton.
right, because it went from Ike and them being kingpins. You feel what I'm saying? With your main man,
Bo Dilly, Bunky Brown.
You know what I'm saying? Bunky Brown and all the OGs we know. See,
Rick Brownlee.
See, that's them times, right? So Burt them was right around them times. They just a little younger niggas than them. But I got a problem with one nigga. The nigga Bossman, bro. I'm just saying, straight up. I got a little message for Bossman because I did time with Bossman. Okay. And I disagree, Kenny K, with something that I heard on a demonstration that I saw on YouTube. Right, podcast. And this one of my partners too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my main man, Jigga Velli, right? Jigga Velli, my main man. Me and Jigga Velli, you know, people know us off social media from having all the differences, but we homeboys. We was at the same joint. You feel what I'm saying? That boy pushed, I pushed. We were laying low. You feel what I'm saying? That boy was on his time. You know what I'm saying? In the same joint, we was together, representing as men. You know, we had all the differences with the little punk ass nigga Ali. You know what I'm saying? Situation when Ali came through the hood, whatever. He went through Carol City. You know, that's when he was pump faking, coming through like he was cut like that.
But,
so me
but
and
Ali Adams right now, he done told his face because I'm so confused because he started the Booby Boys, he started John Doe and Zoe Pound. That's a hell of a nigga.
Kenny K.
That's a hell of a liar.
Everybody know that this guy is a fool. There's a few people that just don't know about him. What them dudes name I just saw the 8 or something.
Yeah, it was
like
a podcast with
buffoonery
at its finest.
It's a podcast. I think that's 80 something like that. You know, I seen that documentary or that interview that they did, and they really just don't know. A lot of people just don't know, but I realized that after they had that interview with Buddy, they knew Buddy was kind of cuckoo too, because they was like, damn, you know, nigga acting weird, doing the same shit he normally do on every platform that he been on. That's why a lot of them platforms ain't even accepting him back, because they know he a buffoon. So he just go on down the line trying to beat people that still giving him a little,
fake it till you make it.
Yeah, trying to give him a little, you know, attention, and he'll jump on it. Right about now, I think he probably doing it for drugs and for free when he do it. Because the nigga be on dope just to try to maintain. We ain't gonna stay too long on the nigga, but I had a little problem with Bossman. Bossman, this is what I want to say to you, Bossman. I respect you as an OG. Me and you was in Coleman. This is no disrespect to Gigavelli, because you feel me, me and Gigavelli, we homies. I hollered at Gigavelli not too long ago. We always hollering on the phone. We was in the same joint. We represent the same struggle. Gigavelli got Bahamian background and everything. And I understand this is business for you, my brother. But when you bought Bossman on that channel, and I know you representing the home team, you're doing a good job representing the home team. You're doing your thing. And I respect it. And I'm supposed to even go holler at my homeboy Gigavelli, but I ain't like what you said, Bossman. Look here, Bossman. Me and you was at Coleman together. And I ain't gonna disrespect the OG. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give him a pass. Give him a pass.
You respect a spot, you know what I'm saying, next to Ike. You know what I'm saying? But don't be acting like you was no Ike. You feel what I'm saying? You was an Ike lieutenant. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how you got the name
Wait. Right now the internet is kind of confused. Yeah. What did he say to get you to address him?
Well, Kenny K,
what did he say?
First of all, you know what I'm saying? You know, it took Zoe Pound a lot. We lost a lot of homies, and a nigga did a lot of time in the joint. Niggas lost a lot of bread. So we lost all the way around the board representing this Z shit, right?
Right.
You feel me? Yanks, Zoes, Bahamians, all background. I'm a Yank Zoe in a different way that you a Yank Zoe. See, I'm a Yank Zoe because I'm born in America with 2 Haitian parents. You a Yank Zoe because you got that Zoe shit in your chest. You represent that Zoe shit, but you grew up with American parents. So you the real Yank Zoe. You feel me? I'm just Yank Zoe from another standpoint, because the real Zozos in Haiti, they accept me because old girl and old boy Haitian, but they like, he born in America. So it's a little different, but we still all family. But for a nigga to be representing now as OGs, and for the shit that we've been through, for this dude to say out of his mouth that, you know, it's 2025.
Okay.
You feel me? I was in the joint with you, Playboy.
What did he say?
Hold up. I was in the joint. I'm going to explain it to you. I was in the joint with you, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? In 2005, we was in Coleman together. Now, the first thing you come out with when you do an interview is that you used to be whooping Haitians, Spanish, and all the motherfuckers that came off the boat. That's what you used to do. You used to be whooping on Haitians, you know what I'm saying? So it sounded like you was proud on that shit, like on Gigavelli shit. It sounded like he was trying to like flex on a nigga, like what type of real nigga that was Haitian from back in them days that you really ran off, or you was running off little docile Haitians that was scared to fight. You was one of them bully type niggas that beat on Zoes or something, or Spanish, or whoever you know referring to. I was in Coleman with you. You wasn't about that life like that. And you OG. And you know how Zoe Pound represented on that compound. Because when we blew the spot, we blew that motherfucking spot. And guess what? I set it off in that motherfucker too. You was there, nigga. Shout out to Tron, my nigga, and all the real niggas that was there. Rest in peace, Linwood. Yeah, boss. Talking like,
okay, John.
You was I'm in my body, cuz.
You know what, John? Okay,
hold up, Kenny K.
Listen, hold on. we gonna give the old head a pass.
Nah, this ain't no
right,
disrespect to him.
He only spoke his truth, right? He know the day it's a new, different time, right? So I seen the old nigga. The nigga looked to me like 75, close to 80
Yeah, he
years
up
old,
in Ike age, but
so,
he was Ike Lieutenant.
Yes, so
you know,
right now,
he got the
you know,
name Bossman, but it seemed like he got the name Bossman by like what, picking on motherfuckers? Cause Ike was a getting money nigga, and Ike was the nigga that gave the bread to Caesar, our renowned barber in Little Haiti. Any nigga from Little Haiti, off the northeast or northwest side and beyond, knew about Caesar.
So you just
that
dropped
gave
a
a nigga
jewel.
them
See, right
fresh
there,
face.
John, right what you just told the internet and Little Haiti, that's a jewel.
Look
that
at
Ike,
Little Haiti history.
talk to him.
Ike, aka the real mafia in Miami. I remember that crib got bum rush over there in Ovalaka where he used to be.
Big mansion.
Listen here. Ike was the one that gave Caesar, for all y'all that went to Caesar in the 80s and the 90s, getting that fresh high fade with that nice blend. You know what I'm saying? Caesar used to hit a nigga with that razor. If you was a young nigga getting hit with that razor by Caesar, remember we used to go in that bitch 10, 15 deep. After we done grabbed the book, we young niggas back in them days in the early 90s.
They was grabbing books. I ain't never snatched
We
up
would
a
grab my
book.
boy. Yeah, he was always a dope boy.
Yeah,
You
I
feel
was
what
a
I'm
crack
saying?
guy.
He was
I
an
did
old
what I
dope
did.
boy. You know,
Niggas.
we went through the little
Deep
stages, breaking in cribs, you know what I'm saying, stealing in the corner store. You know, we grew up little sons obvious with the Haitians we call it, little thugs, you know what I'm saying? We was bad, broke as fuck. Everybody had a different way of hustling. See, he was already in the dope game. He bought out the mom room. Kenny K was born in the dope game.
Came straight to it.
Came straight to it. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that we come from the gutter. But
So,
this
Bossman
Bossman
said some shit that he shouldn't have said.
Yeah, he should have
And,
held that. He should not
You know,
put
he
that
supposed to
out
know at the
on
end of the
video.
day, you know, it's something out here called those and they ain't going for
Cause
nothing.
so pride. And this what I was expecting from a brother like that. See, he went to the chain gang, did all that time, and he didn't even educate himself. He did not educate himself. There was a lot of brothers that went in like slum and dumb and came out intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them brothers, I wasn't dumb in school, but when I went in that joint, I got my GED. See, a nigga like Bossman, he don't remember. I remember him from Unico. He said Unico. You know what I'm saying? You Bossman, you were running the ticket for, you know what I'm saying, a nigga in the joint. I know Bossman.
We gonna give Bossman.
He was running the ticket for a nigga. It ain't like he had a ticket. He was running the ticket. You feel me?
He old, John. He get a pass.
But, you
right?
know,
he said some
that
things,
just, you know what I'm saying?
once somebody gonna whisper
But
in
you know,
his
the
ear,
OGs gotta realize that it's some G's that was under them that fought for that so shit. So when you saying certain shit, you gotta be careful, you know what I'm saying, when you on the internet to you OG. You feel what I'm saying? Cause I did time. You know me, Bossman. Then again, Kenny K, you know he came to Bangor. He came to Little Haiti in the halfway house. Me and Boss was in the halfway house. You remember me, Boss? Junky Jump. Me, he was in the halfway house. And he got welcomed. But all the while, you got a certain flick for Zoe. I ain't know that. It just rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm like, hold up. This nigga talking like he was against Zoe. But big homie Ike looked out for the Zoes. He was on some real nigga shit, breaking bread with everybody. So how he had a nigga like you on the team and you getting these honors because the homies giving them honors. You know what I'm saying? One of the kingpins, and I'm like, well, I know the real. I know, you know who the. You feel me? He was getting money now, but
listen, he was lieutenant. He was next to
but
the money.
you
getting
lieutenant
there.
now. You ain't.
Okay, but John, what I want to know is, I seen it live the other day.
Right.
What was going on in Little Haiti? I seen you at the festival.
Oh yeah.
I seen you rolling with the YNs.
Oh wait. Oh listen
Talk to
here.
me. What was going
the
on?
YNs in Little Haiti are locked in. Y'all look at them lives, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Y'all gotta hit that notification button. Y'all gotta give me them thumbs up. Y'all gotta get them views up. I know we in the building. We ain't jawline at all. We the real ones. Straight up. ZP to the core, repping that thing right now today. Ain't nan nigga that can contest with me and Case that got going on right now. On no platform.
Your thing, John.
So I'm in Little Haiti. You feel me? So what was going on was the carnival. They used to always have the carnival every year, but it stopped for a while. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scene about what took place at that carnival though on some bread shit, Kenny K. I'm gonna let that marinate on you for a little bit. But shout out to Mo Dollar, shout out to Chef Creole, your boy Kent, cause he got some things going on, you know what I mean? We missed out on a lot of shit in Little Haiti that we were supposed to do there, but we so discombobulated right now. Niggas ain't on point, so they let a lot of outsiders come and made some bread in Little Haiti that we supposed to be sponsoring, Kenny K. That's why we got to become more active. That's why I'm at the Cultural Center doing more things. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my main man. What his name? This my main man too. Goon nigga. In Little Haiti, man. Gums. You know Gums? Shout out to Gums, man, doing big things. That boy got a not-for-profit organization. That boy doing big things. He was at the carnival with us stepping, and them boys been calling, you know what I'm saying, me and you saying, Junk, man, y'all know I'm supporting Critical Thinkers podcast. Y'all boys need to just come to the Cultural Center. They giving us, we from the community, y'all the real pound. Everybody already know that. Y'all need to be more involved in the hood, you know what I'm saying, events that's going on, you know what I'm saying? So when we got up with Mo Dollar them, shout out to Mo Dollar them once again, shout out to Boogie Trick, shout out to Chef Creole, because them boys trying to get us involved in the next go round, because now the carnival back is going to be every year. They had the big stage out there. If you looked at the live, you seen them doing live performance. That's supposed to be all YNs. Or even some of these old heads, but shit ain't together. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit going on. Social media already know. I know a lot of people already been asking me about it, but we gonna speak on what's really going on deep down and dirty about what the real pound experience, what's going on now, how we doing it. We moving forward though. We ain't tripping. But on the Bossman issue, all I'm saying, Bossman, is listen here, man. You feel me? Certain shit, you know what I'm saying, you gotta keep to yourself, even though you was on that. As you can see right now, and you knew when we was locked up together, Zoe Pound was rapping. Disease was rapping. I don't know how you felt in the 70s and the 80s about Zoe, but I don't think Ike was on that. But we gonna move forward. Jigga my main man, I fuck with him. So we ain't gonna even go no deeper on that. I just felt some type of way, so I'm just speaking on that because he's supposed to be on the, you feel me, on the big platform.
Pops right now is asleep.
You feel me?
Old head.
So
right
ain't
now
no pressure though.
Right. So right now,
I fuck with
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
I fuck with
we gonna support that documentary.
Yeah,
right after they documentary, our documentary should be coming out.
Because a
right
lot of our homeboys represented, like we all know. You feel me? Even in the 80s, when they thought that them, you know, the Cubans and the Dreads was, you know what I'm saying, getting all, you know what I'm saying, the big dope back in the days, nigga, the Haitians was in the 80s and in the 90s.
Right now, with everybody learning the history is that the people learning that the Haitian DNA always been there from the beginning.
Been there.
You
Them
understand?
been had bricks.
They realizing that,
and
you know
the thing
what I'm
about that is, back in the 80s, late 80s and early 90s, homies right out of our hood, like we always shout out. You feel me? Too much niggas, we ain't got to shout out, but niggas was in Overtown, niggas was in the city from Little Haiti getting money. And you know, for real, on the opposite side, niggas ain't really had niggas on the outside of Little Haiti getting bread. In the town, that shit was real territorial. You had to be from Little Haiti, right in that area, getting money. You feel me? It was on
Little
some
Haiti
shit. So
done birthed some of the realest, legendary niggas in the game. Like I tell everybody, Zoe Pound, we wasn't the only real niggas.
Right.
We were just the ones that put the shit on the map.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of legendary niggas came out of Little
money
Haiti.
outside of Little Haiti and Little Haiti.
And brought it
Remember
all
back
around
in
the globe.
days, niggas used to be in Little Haiti, niggas used to be going to the beach, all, you know, the homie, everybody had their little runs in areas outside of Little Haiti and had Little Haiti on lock. Then niggas going out of town. So that's how, you feel me? That's how we were surrounded by kids. We was kids and we didn't even respect who we were. We were just living a natural life.
But let me say this, John. That's the importance of
hood legends, though.
Let me say this.
See, you tripping.
No. Listen. What you saying is real. But the birth of the Zoes,
Right.
it freed a lot of legendary niggas
Right.
that we didn't know they was Haitians
Right.
because they wasn't even saying they was Haitians.
They wasn't probably in
right? So we learned that they was Zoes when we birthed the Zoes when
Right.
all these niggas came out.
Exactly.
Because the truth be told, if we probably wouldn't did what we did, we wouldn't know the day that a lot of these legendary niggas was Zoes.
I'm telling
That's
you.
the importance of what we did, because it freed a lot of niggas, because it was
Right.
niggas
Mentally.
right around me, junk, that I didn't even know was Haitian.
I can attest
Yeah,
to that.
right around me.
I
It was
agree with
niggas that speak the Creole after that Zoe Pound shit dropped. I almost fainted. I'm like, nigga, you was, I thought some niggas was Jamaicans, some niggas around me I
That's
thought was
real.
Yanks.
That's real.
Right? So they hear this shit
But
so
like,
well.
even like the young nigga, like I was saying a little earlier back, even like the young nigga that's, got the video, I was saying like Yak was the one that made Haitians want to be Haitians. Even though we know, he a young nigga from North Miami, he ain't been around, or, he's not educated about Zoe Pound and other Zoe niggas right there in North Miami off 6th Ave, Oak Grove. Shout out to Oak Grove, the real Oak Grove, the old Oak Grove, 6th Ave, off the chain. So it was a lot of real niggas right there that was inspirationals outside of the pound back
Shout
in
out
the
to
days.
West Side, because I had a lot
You
of
feel
fun
me?
with
Yeah,
them West Side
West Side
niggas in the
niggas,
club. Shout out
for
to
sure.
my West Side
The
niggas in
boys
North
close to
Miami.
the Dixie Highway
Mhm.
on the 16 Ave and shit like that.
Yeah, but
Or
that young
Washington
Zoe,
Park.
he was just talking. At the end of the day,
Right.
when it comes to this Z shit,
Come on,
you understand
man.
me?
This
Like
shit-
we
this
say,
shit gonna be
God
on.
made Haitians.
So
but
what
little
he gotta
Haiti
do
made
is,
Zoes.
what he gotta do is he gotta really go.
He do his
That's
homework.
just like
He gotta go do his
Martin
homework.
Luther King. He studied Mahatma Gandhi. He went back in Africa. He studied Nobel Peace nigga back in Africa to become a Nobel Peace Prize winner. See, that's what Martin Luther King did, right? That's how he became a master. So that young nigga there, he ain't even a master at this Z shit, and he a young Z. So he's supposed to win his study with, or what Kodak studied. Cause Kodak came to Haiti, right? Made sure he came to Haiti, did videos and all that. Even though he don't speak much about Zoe Pound, but I'm quite sure at one point he was fucking with Zoe Pound niggas, and he know who Zoe Pound niggas is. He probably ain't really know me like that for real that time I walked up on him, whatever he would be or whatever. But he know when he
The
traced that
history.
thing
He
that
know the
Zoe
history.
Pound is there. And there we are. We right here live and direct at you. You feel what I'm saying? Critical Thinkers Podcast. Your main man, Junky Junk, and Kenny Kenny.
And
This is
we
what we
gonna
doing.
always be here to give y'all that
We
real
doing it.
little Haiti news, that real Z shit.
Man,
And
we
gonna
gonna be
always
here.
tell it like it is. You understand me? And listen, we ain't had no plan.
Right.
We just went and did what we did.
Right.
And God chose the real ones. And that's the one thing I could say. I know I ran with the realest niggas that ever stepped their foot
Of our
in the
time,
Haiti.
for sure. Of
You
our
know what
time.
I'm saying? And
We
Boss
gonna
Man
get it.
Ike, we forgive you because you know it's a new generation today. You
Right.
understand me? And I know you're an old head. But at the end of the day, you know anything that you say that's junk feel any disrespect but this Z shit, junk gon' stand on it.
Right, I'm
You
just,
understand
you
me?
know,
I'm
I'm
gonna be
record.
a
I know
little
the guy.
forgiving.
You know,
But we're gonna support what they got
I did
going
time
on.
with him. Yeah,
You
we gonna
understand
support
me?
that for
Because
sure.
at the same time, they gonna support what we got going on.
For
When
sure.
he see this,
At the end
you
of the
know,
day, we brothers, man. We brothers, and I feel like a lot of niggas that been through the struggle back in the days when we was inspired by some of the OGs, as well as a lot of
because
niggas
we got
that
their
was inspired by
DNA.
us.
We got,
Right.
listen,
It's
any
right.
Miami nigga that became a gangster, we was inspired by them old head
And
niggas.
of course, of
Before
course.
I ever saw Ike, I heard of Ike. Bunky Brown, I heard of these names growing
Exactly.
up.
We heard
These are the men that I achieved to want to be growing up before I even met them.
Right.
So 99% of all get money niggas, hustlers out of Miami, we was motivated by these type of old head niggas. So they gonna always get that respect from us. But at the same time, just choose your words wisely when it comes to the Z's and the Zoes and the Haitians, because we're not going to allow no one to set us back 100 years by any type of negative connotation on the Zoes. Remember, Junk being locked up with you, he felt he was
Of course.
qualified
You know,
to address you.
Yeah,
You understand me?
I
You
know personally he was in our hood, like I said,
Listen, so
in the halfway house.
at the end of the day,
nigga got greeted with love. You feel
exactly.
me?
So
he
Junk
OG.
spoke on it. And we spoke on some things, and we appreciate everybody for tuning into this episode of Critical Thinking. Because this is what we do. We come here, give y'all what's on our mind, tell y'all our point of view on the things that's going on, and let y'all have an opinion about it too. But it's two authentic little Haiti niggas, and we come with our truth. And before I go, you know my slogan, what I always say, God made Haitians, but little Haiti made Zoes, and we standing on that.
For sure, man. You know, it's the main man, Junky Junk. Like I always say, man, listen, the truth don't need support. We live right here at Critical Thinkers Podcast. Y'all keep on supporting, right? Subscribe, like, hit that notification button. Hit them comments, man. Good or bad, man. We ain't tripping. We gonna be here. We told y'all we gonna be here, man. You know what I'm saying? Till the wheels fall off. We got a lot of exclusive shit that's still, you know, got to be said and talked about. We got, you know what I'm saying, some dealings. You know, a lot of people in a kind of crazy place right now. There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now, right? So everybody kind of, you feel what I'm saying, in limbo. But y'all live around for it, boy. At Critical Thinkers Podcast, we gonna be here. It's your main man, Junky Junk. Shout out to Little Haiti Baby. You know what I'm saying? Respect and love to all the representatives of Little Haiti. Shout out to my main man, Gary. You feel me? At Stacey Bourne. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Shout out to all the establishments in Little Haiti that's thriving. Shout out to the Cultural Center. There's a lot of big things going on in that Cultural Center. We got to get to that business in Little Haiti for sure, Kenny K. And we going to be there. So, like I came, I'm leaving. It's your main man, Junky Junk. Little Haiti Soldier. We out of here.